Are you a young, vibrant Christian and you're wondering what the Revival Force is all about? You attend church meetings after church meetings, and you even go from conference to conference, and maybe you're already caught up in the frenzy of revival. You get to use words and phrases that you most likely carry no conviction for or don't even know what they mean. You see, we have gotten to the point in church and in Christianity where a lot of young people now use so many words and catchy phrases which they have no conviction on. And these words are beginning to lose their eternal significance. Now, if you're a young person watching this as well, chances are that you have never experienced a revival before as it is captured in human history. Now, my goal today is not to tell you what revival is, neither am I about to tell you a story from history past. I'm not here to give you the 9 characteristics of revival like I have already elucidated in some of my videos in the past. My goal today is to let you see the aim of revival. So all you have been doing is attending services and attending programs where revival is being talked about. For you, my friend, that is so much zeal and passion without knowledge. You know, Bible talks about the Jews, according to Paul in Romans chapter 10. It says, "My heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved." He says, "I bear them record that they have a great zeal, but not according to knowledge." So it is clear that you can actually be on a journey of an endless pursuit and you are exerting so much energy and so much passion, but yet to no effect because you're doing it outside of knowledge. Now, my name is Tosin Babalola. I like to talk faith, personal leadership, design mentorship, and revival. Like I said earlier, my goal is to tell you the aim of revival. Many people think that revival is to the end that people will start to pray more. And some think that the goal of revival is for the pews in the church to become filled up. Well, these are things that happen during a revival. What then really is the aim of a revival? This is why I have titled this video, The Cycle of Revival. Now, when you hear the word cycle, I want you to think about a horizontal pole that has a point A and a point B. Now, when you move from point A to point B, that is one part of a cycle. When you return from point B back to point A, then you can say you have a full cycle or a cycle is complete. It is important for us to know and understand the cycle of revival so that we are able to sustain a revival when we get one and have to begin a new cycle again. From Genesis to Malachi, man has always displayed a departure from God and a return to God. If you look at the book of Judges chapter 2, this particular chapter shows us 5 stages of a revival cycle. We find the first part where men were having a good relationship with God. The children of Israel, they were having a vibrant relationship with God. They were enjoying God, having some sort of peace, prosperity, and tranquility. And then there was the death of Joshua, and these led to a departure from God. They did evil in the sight of God. After this, God in his judgment gave them up to their enemies, and they were conquered by their enemies. Now that is the 3rd stage in a revival. Afterwards, the 4th stage is where the children of Israel began to call upon the name of the Lord. They began to cry out for help because of the depravity of their state in that point in time. And then finally, the fifth stage is where God gets to hear them and he gets to bring them, draw them back to himself. And then a new vibrant relationship begins again with God. Now, this has happened not just in Judges chapter 2, but this continues to repeat itself all the way in the Bible from Genesis to Malachi. As you can see cycles of revival in the Old Testament, we also get to see them in the history of nations, even in present day. In my next video, I am going to be delving into the detail of each stage in the cycle of revival, and these will come along with practical examples for you to be able to relate with, after which I will leave you to judge what stage we are in right now in the cycle of revival. But my goal, which I believe has been achieved today, is to tell you that it is so important for you to understand the aim and the purpose of a revival. It is so important because you need to be able to identify the factors that must sustain a revival so that we will prevent the habit of going back all the way to start a new cycle of revival. It is my desire that the things we long to see, the things that we have heard about in the past, and even much more than that, we will see in our day, and we will see them even sooner than we expect. Once again, my name is Tosin Babalola. I like to talk faith, personal leadership, design mentorship, and revival. So if you know anyone who might be interested in the content of this video, please do share the link with them. And I also want you to tap on that like button below your screen. I look forward to seeing you next time. But until I come your way, do have a wonderful time and God bless you. Bye-bye.